Hello everyone, my name is Satam Chakrabarti. Today I will present you the interface of Bentley's Microstation Powerdraft. The Microstation Powerdraft software is mainly used for the LiDAR point cloud classification. That is, we will obtain the LAS files and we will classify the points of LiDAR data, and we will classify them into different features like roads, buildings, ground map, and finally map them. So to begin with, we will use the open edition, that is the first one, Microstation Powerdraft Connect edition. So Microstation Powerdraft is a professional level application used for the production of 2D and 3D drafting and detailing. Powerdraft provides an initiative interface for creating, editing, and manipulating drawings and models in DGN or DWG file format, and is completely integrated with all the Bentley solutions like TerraSolids, TerraScan, TerraPhoto, and TerraModeler. The DGN file format is mainly actually the CAD version of design. Design is shortened to DGN. So to begin with, Microstation Powerdraft Connect edition gives, after opening the interface, gives this kind of interface. We will make a new DGN file. So when we will click the new DGN file, we will go to one of our required destination sites, and for example 2D DGN file. While giving the 2D DGN file format, we will also come to the seed options. As here we can see, the Save tab option gives the DGN format, and the seed option we will browse, and it will give us numerous options. So amongst these numerous options, we will mainly use the 2D metric design. Now among this 2D metric design, we will mainly choose this point for the 2D version, 2D DGN, because it gives many options for customization and edit. The data or the layers can easily be edited. It also helps to convert the data from the matrix version to the 3D version. Now if we work on the LAS file or the point cloud 3D LiDAR data, we will use the 3D metric design. To begin with, we will start with the 2D metric design, and we will finally save our file. After saving, it will take a little bit of time to open the interface, and finally this is the interface we get. Now while opening, sometimes this interface comes into the white color. So if you want to convert the white color or change the display mode, then we will simply go to this option, and we can see here the display style. So the display style, we will click here, and from changing from white to black color, we will use the wireframe version. So this is the wireframe where we will click, and it will give us the, which is already present, the wireframe version of the black color style. Now we will close, and we can see that here many of the options are there, like TerraPhoto options, TerraScan options, and the main file which gets opened mainly shows like zoom in, zoom out version, then window area version. Then when we open the image, then we can fit to our images, and many of the options are there. Suppose we want to open another window, then we can simply click here view toggles. We will click here view, and we can see that we can get another interface. Now to arrange this interface, we will simply click on arrange options. When we click the arrange options, it gives into equal areas of splitting, or we can change into tile according to our tile area according to our requirements. Tile gives equally. Now in the second portion, if you want to close the grids, then we can simply click the grids, and the grids will be closed, or open, we can use the grids option. Now if you want to get few of the options, we can easily get from the file options. From the file options, we will open, and we can easily get numerous options from here. When you get into the settings option, we can get various options like from starting from button assignments, equidraw, and then creating function keys. Function keys we will know later bit. Then we will go to this. One of these important is the preference option. When you go to the preference option, go to the operation button, auto save design changes. The auto save design changes gives you the feasibility to save your data automatically. So few of the other options are the raster manager, where we can change and get few of the raster data options assigned. Then if any of the options gets deleted or omitted, we can easily get those data from here. We can also get the language option, like we can choose our preference language, that is the English here. Now when you work on the 3D less data region file, then we will need few of the function keys like classify above line, classify below line, draw vertical section. So we can easily click the point here. For example, if you want to create a new option like Control Alt and F1 function, then we will simply type like classify below line, and we will save our option. At the last we get an option of the toolbox. The toolbox gives you the option of any of the missing options. Suppose any of the data or any of the options are missed, then you can easily tick these options and you can easily get from these options, and you can add up in your interface of the Powerdraft. We have opened, then Terraphoto, Terrascan, Terramodeler we have already opened. Now the home options also gives us many of the new options. Like for example, if we go to home, and in this here we can see the attach tool options. The attach tool options mainly gives you the option of attaching any of the raster images. For example, go to the raster references, we will go to the file option, we will go to attach raster, and from here we can easily attach the raster images, and we have to select this option, place interactively, and we will open, and it will give us the option of attach. So we'll click on attach, and now we will have to place the left click and the required portion, how much we require. So we will select, and our raster images has got attached in this window of the Powerdraft. Now we can easily edit and customize according to our requirements. On file we can directly select detach all. Detach all removes the raster layer. So for example, detach all, and it removes the raster layer from here. Now after this raster manager option, we can also see that there is the option of level display. So we can easily level display, and we can easily get the level display options of various level options. So we can easily right click in this option, and we can go to the level manager, and we can make as many levels we require for our edit of our versions, and we can continuously edit the given layers. Now in this level option, we can easily create one of our layers. For example, if you want to create a agriculture layer, and we will give the color according to our choice. Like for example, we will give the green color, and we can choose the width how much we want. So we can also delete these layers, close, and this is our agriculture options. After choosing the layer, we can easily go to this default option, and we will select the home, and we will automatically get the green color in this option. If you somehow don't get the green color, we can also again select from this color palette option, and we can choose our required color. Now we can easily zoom according to our required size of the places of the agriculture fields. Now for drawing of various features or to edit few of the features, we can easily see that these are the options. For example, place smart line, which is a general tool for placing and opening the linear elements. We can easily draw the curve options, then circular or the ellipsoid models, then various create curve features. Now when we place our cursor on the place smart line and press the spacebar option, we can get more of the options of our digitizing. For example, we can get here like attributes, then scale and everything, many of the options in this format like placement, then color options, change attributes. Now sometimes we don't get each of the options in this drawing table, then we will click on the drawing option and task navigation. After task navigation, now you can see that more of the options has been opened. So we have changed from here task navigation from drawing to task navigation. Now you can see that the other features like place line, then multi-line, place multi-line, more of the options has been opened. So when we will change from this drawing, more of the options get easily opened. So using the smart line, we can easily create any of the smart line. For example, if you want to create a block, we can easily create the left click. With the left clicking the left click, we can easily get the smart line, and with the left click and then right click, it is done. If you want to delete, then directly select on the options, click the option, then press delete, it will get automatically deleted. These are the manipulation tools. Like for example, we will get here the manipulate option. We can easily click the manipulate option, and we can easily get all the manipulation options like to move, change the scale, rotate, or form a mirror image, change into array arrangement, then stretching of our raster data, and everything we will get the option in the manipulate options. You can also see that there is a fence options is also there, which creates a temporary boundary. We can easily draw and make the fence option. Suppose we have created a feature and we want to delete, either click and delete, or you can also use the option of the cross, which deletes any of the drawn feature delete element. Now for editing of all the features, we also need a snap tool to be always open. So if we go to the smart line and press the space bar, we can easily see the snap option is here also. If it is not here, you can also see that it is options. Now if you place your cursor and press the right click, then you can see that the snap mode is open. So you can get all the features from here also. So place the cursor and the right click, and it will give you the snap mode whether it is opened or not. Now for placing any of the label or any of the title, we can easily go to this drawing option, and then we can easily select this annotation option. The annotation gives you placing of any of the title, any text, place anything. We can easily click and we can easily edit those options. So it gives you typing of any options like any title and everything. So you can easily click the editor and you can anything write like, and it will give you the option. So these are mostly all the options of the home, the basic options of the home, where you can easily get those options like trim multiple also options. You can easily click on the trim and everything we can get. Now if you want to save the option, then we can easily go to file and then we can save from here, this save option. If you want to save a copy of the file, then you can easily click on save as a new different file with a different name. Now if you want to search any option, this search ribbon, or you can easily press F4 and get this option. You can easily search any of the tool. The ribbon gives you, for example, raster manager. If you want to find, then we can easily type and easily get the raster manager tool option from the here. So these are mainly the tools of home, view, annote, for any of the annotation, any of the alphabets, or any of the text view, as already I have shown you. So you can easily get the attach, mainly shows the attach raster options that we will be using, and the rest of the utilities options that you can record, capture the snapshots, and many other options are there. Display, how the images will be displayed. You can easily record your data, how you are processing the data files. These are mainly the useful tools. Also, for example, the analysis tool. If you want to measure any distance, directly click on the measure and put a point, and for example, I want to measure this much road, and it will give you how much in meters the distance between 2 points. So this is the terrascan option. Now suppose we want to open already given file, we will from the client we can simply click the file option, read point option, and we can see that there are various files. For example, we want to open, then we will give all file options, and we can get the less option. The less file are the point cloud data which we will operate in the 3D DGN file. So suppose if you want to open a 3D file format, 3D region, for example file, then we will open the 3D region, and we will simply get these 3D options. Now to operate the 3D option, the main thing that first we should do is first we will choose the display option, then from here we will choose the wireframe version, and we will click and we will get the black appearance. Now the next thing that we should do is that we should correct the view. That is, it is now we have got the wireframe, then we will also click on the left click on this one and left click on the third one, and we will get the wireframe version of the black color. Now to correct this, we can see that it is a tilted version. So to correct the tilted version, we will simply click on this option, that is the rotated view. We will click on here. It will give the options of dynamic, top. So we will choose the top option. So we will click on top and it gets corrected in each of the files. So we can see that it has been corrected. Now we can open our 3D less files of the LiDAR data. So now we can simply add our less file data. For example, file read points we give, and we have this all files, and we have this less data. So we will click on the less data, we will give done option, then we have to click on all on option and we will give the OK. So we can see that the data has been opened, and we can see that each of the layer and everything, the trees and everything has been opened. So this is the main step of opening a file. Now if we have directly received a file from the client with the various less file, point cloud data, PTC file, then there is an option to directly click and option the file. So let me close this option and show how you can open a client data. Now suppose we have received the data from this client where we have the less file and the block of, then this is our DGN file. So if we directly click on this, double click, then we can simply open our DGN file that is actually given by the client. So it will directly open the option of in the form of 3D format. So we can see that the data has been opened. Now if we want to open our files, we can simply go to file, read points, and we can open our less file. Done. And we should verify that the name is the same as it was provided by the client. Now we will give all on option and OK. Data has been opened. Now we can simply see that the data has been opened. Set the view, we will simply arrange the option, click on the arrange button, then each of the data will be easily opened. Now for example, if you want to open the sync with these two files with the view 1 and view 3, we will simply choose this option. We will click and it will give us the synchronized views. When we give the synchronized view, we will give view 1 match to view 3 and view 3 match to view 1. We will simply put our cursor on the first side. We should not put on the third view. We will put on the first view and we will simply scroll, and we can see that our first and third views have been synchronized easily. Now we will close the option, and now we will zoom in the option, and we know that there are the options of the card section and everything, and I have already created the section views of various function keys. So I will simply show you. For example, we will click my shortcut Ctrl and F1, and we will give here apply and view 2, and suppose I will draw, then I will simply get the views of this format. Now after in giving the input of the less files, now for example, if you want to go to the view and the display mode, then it will give us the option of all our PTC files data, the speed of our operation and everything. Suppose for example, we can simply go and click on all of, and only if you want to open the, for example, building, and we will apply, then you can see that we have only got the building. Now if we want to put this all on, and we will apply, and we can see that everything is open. Now for example, if we open the raster data, for example, I want to go to the raster manager and I want to open a raster data, I can simply attach my file, and this is the raster image of the current data. This is the given the client, then we will add, then we will click all of and only open in the view 3, and we will give OK. Then you can see that the raster data is opened, and we will simply close, and we can simply see that our views are synchronized, so we can get each of the data. Now this point we can easily operate from these sections, like we can get how to classify the data, like classify fans, classify above line, classify below line. So this gives the option to means how to classify our points. So thus it was the main details video on the interface of the Microstation Bentley Powerdraft. where we can easily classify the point clouds. The point clouds LiDAR data that we get from a few 10,000 to like 2 lakhs point cloud data per second, and this point data which we have received, we can easily classify them into ground by running macro classification like grounds and buildings, then manual classification of roads, bridges and everything, and we will simply classify our given points. So it was the main video of the interface of the Bentley Microstation Powerdraft. In the next upcoming videos, we can see that how we will classify, attach the files and every specific function of each keys and details. So thank you so much.